Hello everyone, and welcome to my investigation of Seaman, brought to us by Vivarium back in 1999. They are a Japanese developer who put out this freaky fish game on the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was such an amazing time. There are so many games localized that these days you would just not expect to be localized. And I really do think that the prime example here is Seaman. It's a virtual pet, but it's a fish with a human face. They start off as these tiny little eyeball things, and then they turn into a little tiny baby fish thing, and then they evolve and change every day. Every day that you check in with them, there's something new to experience. And it really does need you every day. They actually read the system's time and the date, and if you neglect it, they will die. So I suppose our goal here is to help them evolve and to move on with their lives. I assume they're going to at some point become some kind of frog. So I brought this screen in front of you, so that way you can see how we interact with them. The Seaman does require certain things, right? We've got this microphone where we can talk with them. You just hold down A to talk to them, and if they understand you, it'll show an exclamation point. If they don't, it'll show a bunch of question marks, and if they show one question mark, that means they're asking you a question, so on and so forth. So I just want you to see how this alone really changes the way this game plays. Compared to a game like Hey You Pikachu anyway. Do you remember that game? It was like literally kind of like this, where you had to talk to them, but you could never tell if Pikachu truly understood you. He was either like, yay, words, or he was like, ah. I used to be able to do a Pikachu impression. Back when I was a boy. Anyway, let's swing over yonder, and as you see here on this first screen, it says that there is no habitat. The Seaman habitat takes up almost your entire memory card. It's not as bad as the Child Garden is, where that's all you can store on it, because I can store this in like one other video game, that's about it. A new habitat has been created for Seaman. Please enjoy your time with Seaman. I have to be very careful how I pronounce this name, or things could go very wrong. Oh, by the way, another notable thing about this game.
Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset.
Is that it's narrated by Leonard Nimoy.
Phenomenon like no
it's
other.
Literally Leonard Nimoy!
You have no idea what Seaman is or how it evolves.
This is almost as boring as when Stephen Fry narrated Little Big Planet. I'm sorry, I loved Leonard Nimoy, and it's especially inappropriate to say that considering he passed not too long ago.
My name is Leonard Nimoy, and I will be your guide.
Oh, I'm sorry, I know, your name's Leonard Nimoy. I want to take care of my Seaman.
Your first step will involve preparing the tank for Seaman's arrival.
You got that right, Leonard Nimoy. Let's go fix the tank! Here we are, complete and total darkness. No, the game is not broken, but rather it is just dark. We're going to press up on the D-pad to bring up the light option, and then press up again to light it in one of two different ways. There's, I think, daytime, and then there's nighttime light, and then back off to darkness. So the first thing we need to do to take care of our Seaman is to change the heater and the air. First, we're just going to hold up until the air hits 100. You can always just max this out. The more oxygen, the better for them, really. Right, that's how organisms work. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in. Hold down B and press forward to zoom in. And there you go. Next up is the heater. This one is so realistic in the way it scales, it's frustrating. I'm holding down up, right? And you can kind of hear this hum come in, right? That's just the heater starting to kick on. It's just like a real electric type radiator heater. Once you let go, it's going to keep going for a bit. So keep that in mind as you raise this number up to 19.9, because that is the maximum before it leaves the ideal range up into 20. Once you get it up to 20, it's not great. All right, we're approaching. This is so hard. This is like, oh gosh, this is like trying to land a spaceship. No! Dang it! Now it's going to take forever for it to, can I like change the light? Maybe this will help it cool down. Oh, hey, wow, that only took 10 minutes. Okay, well, maybe we can still do stuff. So, if we hold down the left trigger, it brings up a menu, right? We have all of these food pellets, and you'll definitely want to find ways to procure more in the future. I actually don't know much past the first baby fish stage with Seaman, so that's gonna be a completely new thing for you and me to discover. But for now, we're gonna grab the egg. Now, this is a little tricky, right? You have to hold down X, and then hold down right trigger. Don't let go of any of these buttons I'm telling you to hold, right? So while we have this egg down here selected, we keep the X and the right trigger held, and then we also tap the left trigger, which brings us over here, and we can finally let go of all of it. Bam, there's an egg. It is now saving. Please don't let this tiny discrepancy in heat boil my child. And also, this Nautilus here is going to be incredibly integral to having our our sea dudes evolve into their next form. It's part of life, okay? Because remember, folks, no matter what bizarre, strange things you see here, because you will see bizarre and strange things, remember Seaman's slogan, don't panic, Seaman. Hello? Oh, they do wiggle a bit, don't they? That's, oh wow, that actually made them like shift to, ew, oh. What are we looking at? They did it. They burst from their bubbles, and we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Seaman babies. What do they look like? They do indeed look like eyeballs. Hey there. Interesting. They're attaching to the surface of the water to absorb something. Are you actually needing more oxygen? The oxygen level should be good. The heater levels are great. Oxygen is full. That actually made them go to the surface. Woo! Woo! Now, normally you would not want to tap on the glass of a fish tank. It hurts the fish's little ears, okay? But in this one, you can totally just kind of, and then they'll all kind of fly toward that area where you tapped. This way, kids. Wait, where the heck are you? Oh, you're not coming to my hands yet. I guess that's in fish mode. You all seem rather disturbed by this. So they don't talk yet, and when you look at them, they do that. My goodness, do the babies look back at you. Normally babies, especially pets, they don't open their eyes for like the first 2 weeks of life, but these guys don't have a choice, do they? So, this is not Seaman, is it? They're a life form, they are a part of Seaman's life cycle, but how do we get them into their next stage of growth? Now this is where things might get a little bit weird, and I will remind you that no matter what you see, don't panic, Seaman! Do you remember how I said that this little Nautilus here would be quite integral into their evolution? Well, this is the time where we cash the check that I was writing. Let's see if they'll actually, I don't know, are they actually coming over this way? Little dudes? You okay? I don't know if they even need food yet, but just in case they do, here, have a food pellet. You guys like that? Are you gonna go eat? Are you thinking about it? Dilate once for yes, twice for no. Oh, now they're actually coming toward my cursor. Okay, this way, little, yes, finally, this way, little ones, to the Nautilus. It is your destiny. It's the only way to get on with your next phase of life. Go on. It begins. The Nautilus awakens, aroused by the scent of the tiny nymph versions of the Seaman, aiming to satiate its massive hunger for small eyeballs. I'm just gonna leave them back in front of him for a second here. And eventually, I'm sorry, my hand totally blocked that. He ate one of them. He's going to eat them. But then he inks and runs off. What gives, man? Is everything good? The heater's fine, the air's good. Let's see if we can get these back over here. Come on, guys, don't you want to get eaten? Don't you know it's horrifying and morbid, but it's the next part of your life cycle? Oh, there goes another one. It seems like he just wants to eat, and then he's gonna run off. Watch, just bleh. What are you even afraid of? They're tiny eyeballs. Okay, I just heard myself out loud. That's actually pretty scary. There goes another one. That one's name was Arnold! Don't you avoid my children that need to be eaten for the sake of evolution. Get him, kids! Just shove yourself in its face. Okay, I think we're pushing too hard. There's only 3 more of them left. We've got Ariana, we've got Lex, and we've got Cordal. Well, they can't all be human names. Hey, Nautilus, have you heard the good word? I heard that these eyeball things definitely don't give you gas. You should totally go for one. Go on. You're the worst. Oh, I can pick it up. There's my freaky hand. Are you serious? Let's see what's up in there. Do you see an eyeball? I don't see an eyeball. But boy, do I see some feelers. I thought I saw an eyeball, but that's just like a shiny part on his tentacle. He probably wants to go back down in there. Sorry, buddy. Oh, it's coming out. Oh, I guess that was enough. Oh, Ariana, Lex, and Cordal, you guys missed the train on this one. Now what's happening is our poor little Nautilus friend is becoming a victim. They have become a host for our Seaman in their next form of life. It's a little abnormal, it's a little spooky, but again, don't panic, Seaman, because it's gonna be okay. Oh, his shell is just sinking into nothing, and it's... Oh no, he's writhing. Wait, are those his organs? Wait, hold on a second, this is a little intense. So yeah, he's just gonna be here flopping around doing his death throes for a while. I'm gonna zoom out, this is a little too brutal for me. There. Now it's just a aquarium, and there's a squid doing a dance. I don't know what kind of dance it is. It's none of my business. I just can't believe that's still happening. Sir, are you done yet? There's another part of his death throw animation? Is he... See, now normally this is the part where I'd run away screaming, but our Seaman dudes are born. What are you guys gonna do? You're just gonna sit here the rest of your life being this? Man, they seem fine with it. Well, okay. You know I love you. All right, let's check out one of our little dudes. Here they are in their very first relatively fishy form. Oh my God, look at you. So in this form, they don't really talk a whole lot, but you can use certain very small phrases like hi, baby. You'll know if you messed up because it'll show a bunch of question marks instead of just one. But if they show an exclamation point, they will understand you. Here, I'm gonna try it. Baby.
Fiefway.
Fiefway? Hi.
Peeplo.
Peeplo? You're the best. So at this point, you're going to want to balance just a few things. You want to balance the aquarium controls, the heat, and the oxygen, and you'll also want to make sure they're fed, and also you'll want to make sure that you always leave your sea dudes smiling. For instance, with this dude, there are a few ways we can do that. One is that you can just enter the phrases that they do know. The more exclamation points, the more they tend to like it. They don't want to talk too much, but if you do a couple, maybe 3. The other thing you can do is tickle them. Just press X over and over again, and they'll start wiggling and laugh. There he goes. All right, so now look at their face. They're smiling now. So that's a happy Seaman. Next, we're gonna check on our other one. I don't know if they're all supposed to survive, but if it's a possibility for them all to survive, I wanna take it. Hello, dude, I tickle you. I'm gonna tickle you. Stop moving so I can tickle you. Yeah, okay. If they don't respond when you talk to them, it's because they're busy and they're swimming around. Wait until they kind of stay still, then try it again. Baby. Okay, now he's just ignoring me. Baby.
Rat.
There you go. It's kind of safe to stick with those couple small phrases. Apparently the word English triggers something, but I don't know if that's at this stage yet. English.
Certain.
Oh, see, he didn't understand that. Avoid too many multi-question mark responses. It will lower their happiness. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that's close. Okay, right now they're just gonna babble, but starting tomorrow, as early as tomorrow, they will start actually saying phrases. When you say hello, they might start actually saying hello back. They will start slowly learning other phrases as well, and I guess we should actually go and play with all of them, huh? Are you in a decent mood now? Okay, I'm about to ruin it. I'm so sorry. So you can hold down X and then right trigger to pick them up. You can get a good look at them. Oh, sorry. They actually like it for about a second, but if you hold them any longer than that, they become upset again. You can't be mad at me. Come on, I tickle you. Hello. Hey, they went through the hoop. I didn't even have to ask them to do it.
Rat.
I'm gonna call you Tricky. They're doing it again. You're a natural entertainer, Tricky. Hi.
Oi.
Hoi. My goodness, this one's very smart. Normally at this stage, they can't say anything vaguely even close to English, but he said hoi. Hi.
Yippee.
Okay, all right, there he goes. He's back to saying ridiculous things. So that's all for today. These are our babies, and I guess we also still have these 3 that are just gonna, I hope they stay for the entirety of the rest of the Seaman's life. I hope that they don't just die. That would kind of suck. But there are things to collect, things to find, things to unlock. This area is not only reserved for food, this could actually be used to hold aquarium items. So we start off with these basic rocks. I'm very excited to see all of the things that we can put in this tank and have them interact with. I'm excited to see the things that they evolve into, because that's just my favorite type of digital pet thing. All right, we're gonna turn the lights down. Make sure that their heater's nice and good, and the air, of course, and it's time to say goodnight for today. Thank you all for joining me. Tomorrow we will be back. They will become bigger, they will become smarter. There are all kinds of fun, weird ways to watch and interact with them, and I'm excited to share that with all of you. Of course, this would not be complete without us drawing something commemorative. We're going to draw just a bunch of the eyeball dudes. We got one that's kind of hanging up on the ceiling, and he wraps around like so. There's a big eyeball, and in the center is the eyeball. And we'll draw another one coming down, just hanging around, just doing what he do, staring at me like a creep. And also, our babies with their weird fish bodies, and can't forget the little antenna that goes down the back of them. All babies truly do look like Winston Churchill, don't they? I'd like to thank my patrons for supporting my channel, especially Cookie Face Shifter and Dog Trainer 89, and I will see you tomorrow for more Seaman.
Would you like to save and end the session?
Oh yes, Mr. Nimoy, please, thank you. Have a good one.